In the year 490 BC, the great Persian army under General Datis and also another General Artaphernes marched against Greek forces at Marathon. The Greeks were led by a multitude of generals, but I'll name a few: Themistocles, Xenophon, and Miltiades. The battle would commence on the 10th of September, 490 BC. The Greeks and Persians were in a war, mainly because of the Ionian Revolt, which was a revolt in Persian territory, and also that the Persians wanted to conquer the Greeks because it's based and cool. So we head to the actual Battle of Marathon, where the Persians had about 25,000 men, 1,000 cavalry, and 100,000 oarsmen and sailors who were just there to guard and use the boats. The Greeks, meanwhile, had about 11,000 men, which means the Greeks were outnumbered by quite a bit. The battle began when the armies formed up in a line, with the Athenians lining up to match the Persians as to not be outflanked. Then the Greeks marched towards a Persian line. At first, they walked and ran at the enemy when close enough. Although no one knows exactly what they did, all we know from the historical accounts is that their armor was way too heavy for them to have ran the entire distance of about 1,500 meters, so they probably walked and then ran. Anyway, when the Greeks actually made contact with the Persians, they'd had their center pushed back by the Persians, as they had more men than the Greeks, so they could push through easily. However, the Greeks began throwing the Persian wings back, as the Greeks had pretty stretched out lines, so they were able to do it. Anyway, once the Greeks had routed the Persian flanks due to their heavy hoplite armor, which I'll get into later, the Greeks in a Hannibal-like maneuver enveloped the Persian center and began to massacre them. The battle was basically over and done with by the time the Greeks broke the Persian center, and the Persians fled in complete disarray towards their ships. Some Persians, unaware of their terrain, ran into swamps where they, ended up drowning. The Greeks ran towards the Persian ships and captured about 7 of them, but the majority got away. Anyway, the Greek victory at Marathon is attributed, again as I mentioned before, to the Greeks having better hoplite armor and weaponry, much heavier weaponry than the Persians had, the Greeks having better tactics, and the Greeks, speaking of tactics, having better experience in hand-to-hand combat than the Persians, who fought different types of battles. Anyway, fun fact, after the battle, the Spartans toured the Battle of Marathon and agreed that the Athenians had won a great battle. Anyway, here was the result. Greek casualties numbered only 203 killed in action, at least noted by Herodotus, the historian at the time. Persians, meanwhile, took 6,400 casualties and lost just 7 ships, as previously mentioned. The battle didn't just cook the Persian threat yet, though. The Persians sailed around to Athens to try and take the city, since they would still have a numerical advantage. However, the Athenian army got to the coast just in time to help the landing and continue Athens' arrival. Anyway, this is a pretty short video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. New video is going to release soon, too. Don't worry. You don't have to wait on that one for too long. Have a good day.